Hear me when I say this. If you're giving your kids what you lack, you're giving them what you lack without teaching them what you learned, then you're not parenting. You're not parenting. You are pacifying that child. And pacifying is not what you need to do in order to raise strong children because that's dangerous. Welcome to Win-Win with Gwen, hosted by Gwendolyn Shores, author, inspirational speaker, transformational coach, and CEO of Minds Above Matters. This is the podcast where your dreams ignite, limits shatter, and action leads to the life that you deserve. Your breakthrough starts here. Welcome back to Win-Win with Gwen, and I am your host, transformational coach Gwendolyn Shores. Listen. Your kids don't need another toy, another cell phone, another video game, another fancy name brand outfit. They need you. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is a space for growth, a space for truth, and most definitely a space for transformation. If you've been rocking with me, give yourself a high five for showing up again. That means you're parenting with intention. That means you're trying, and that matters. Because I know I didn't raise perfect kids, and more than likely you're not raising perfect kids either. We're raising whole humans, and that starts with us. We have been so blessed to be parents. So yes, it starts with us. Let me take you back to a moment when I was at Target. I was doing a little shopping and I saw this mother and she was on her phone. And at the same time, she was screaming at her toddler, shopping, talking on the phone and screaming at her toddler. Her toddler was in the car and I saw her buying a toy to quieten her child down. And then I heard her sigh and she said, "Honey, I don't know what else to do." She won't listen unless I give her something. That's what she was telling the other person on the phone. And listen, I'm not judging this woman because I've been there. I've bribed my kids. I've begged them to please stop doing the things they were doing. I've bargained with them. But at some point, we got to realize, I realized then, and that's why I'm sharing this with you. We have to realize that we're raising kids who are overgifted and underguided. Overgifted and underguided. Listen, let me say this again for the folks in the back. Too many clothes, too many shoes, too many electronics, too many options, and not enough boundaries, not enough presence, not enough vibration. You're not a bad parent for wanting to give your child what you didn't have. Oh my goodness. I always want my kids to have better, to do better. But hear me when I say this. Hear me. Listen. If you're giving them what you lacked without teaching them what you learned, you're not parenting. You are not parenting at that point. You are now pacifying your children, and baby, that is dangerous. That's the danger zone. You can't pacify your kids and get strong adults because you're raising them to live their life. They can't always depend on you. And this is what you need to do. And I need you to do this starting today because we're going to stop this pacifying these kids and start parenting them. I need you to, for one, stop parenting from guilt. So you missed the game. You yelled yesterday. You lost your cool. Okay. Apologize, reconnect, and still hold it down. Don't buy love to avoid accountability, baby, because we all know that you can't buy love and you can't buy accountability either. Step two, I want you to create structure with freedom. Kids need freedom, but they crave boundaries, and it's your responsibility to set those boundaries. Give them choices within structure. Tell them, say, you can wear the red or the blue. Give them an option. You can do your homework before or after snack. This gives them voice without giving up your role as a parent. It's okay to let them make some decisions. They need to get used to doing that, but don't you give up your role as a parent. And the third thing I'm going to need you to do is let natural consequences happen. You don't need to punish, but you do need to allow them to be uncomfortable. Allow that discomfort that shows up when they don't do what they're supposed to do. If they forgot their lunch, for example, you reminded them one, two, three times and they still forgot it. Let them feel that hunger, that moment. That very moment teaches them more than any lecture or punishment could ever teach them. It's okay for them to feel the aftermath of their decisions. Let me say something else that's going to sting just a little bit, or maybe a lot, depending on who you are. Maybe it won't sting you at all. But listen here, honey. Some of y'all had kids, but didn't think you would have to give up your life. But parenting is about giving up your life. A portion of your life must be given in order to be a good parent. It's like you have to give up your ego. It's giving up your me first mindset. But most importantly, it's giving up your need to be liked, honey. You can't be your kid's friend. You got to be their parent. Your kids don't need you to be their friend. Not right now. They need a guide, a truth teller, a strong, positive presence in their life. You are not failing because you're firm. You are not a bad parent because your kid is mad at you. It's okay if they get mad at you because you are raising someone's future boss, partner, leader, or healing. And baby, you got to act like it. You got to act like a boss to raise a boss. Don't you forget that. Now, let me close this with love because you are amazing. Listen, you are allowed to do this differently. You are allowed to stop overcompensating and start showing up. You are allowed to break the cycle, not repeat it in reverse. You are not your parents. You don't have to do the things that they did to you that you did not like. Look, if this message met you where you are, I want you to like this video, comment below what boundaries you're setting for yourself as a parent this week. Follow the channel so you never miss this raw and real conversation. And don't you dare be a gatekeeper. If this episode made you pause, send it to another parent because as parents, we can always use some help because it is not easy parenting. We're figuring it all out together. You don't have to do it alone, and they don't have to do it alone. Let's share. Each one teach one. And remember, baby, I always tell you in order to get results, you've got to do the work. You've got to do the work. And the work that you've got to do is very well possible because you are an amazing parent. Listen, it's always a win-win with Gwen. And I'm going to see you. Yes, you, the amazing parent that you are, the parent that showed up here today to get some advice, the parent who showed up here today to sharpen their skills as a parent. I see you. I love you. And I want you to meet me here at Win Win with Gwen every Friday at 6:15 a.m. I can't wait to see you next week. And next week, bring a friend with you because next week's episode might be the episode that they need to hear. Don't you be a gatekeeper. I love you. And I want to give you another high five before I leave. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to join you guys next week. I will see you here with Win Win with Gwen next week. Bye, guys.